What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you watch the Ragin Ronin review. I got a top 10 list for you guys. It is that time of the year. It is December 31st, 2020, and it is time to give you my top 10 films of this year. And it has been a really strange year. It has been a sucky year for a lot of people for so many reasons, and it's all because of COVID-19. And it definitely sucked for the movie industry. If you are an avid film goer and you love watching movies in the theater, this is definitely not the year for you because not a lot of movies were released theatrically. Some of them ended up streaming, some of them ended up getting delayed, some ended up getting delayed indefinitely. We just don't know when they're going to get released. But basically, all the big blockbusters that we were looking forward to ended up not being released. So we just ended up getting a handful of theatrical releases and a bunch of streaming releases. For that reason, I'm going to include a bunch of streaming releases in this top 10 list because I really didn't watch that many films in the theaters. I don't even think I even watched 10 films in the theaters. Maybe I did, but I can't remember all of them because some of them weren't even really that great. There was not a lot to choose from at the end of the day. So let's just jump right into it. We're going to start off with number 10, and that is Wonder Woman 1984. A good film, didn't really meet my expectations. I thought the first one was a lot better, okay? Number 9, Mulan. I think it was a decent effort. I think it's a good movie, but they did a decent effort for making a Hollywood-produced wuxia movie, okay? There's a lot of better films, there's a lot of better kung fu movies, and with better kung fu that came out of the country that originated kung fu films, okay? But they put in a decent effort, okay? Number 8, Mosul. This is a Russo brothers production. It's a foreign language film, and I was surprised how invested I was in these characters and the story. It's a very story-driven film. It's got some decent action, and I think it's worth checking out. Number 7, Bill and Ted Face the Music. Now, this is a film I actually ended up watching in the theaters, and I really enjoyed it. I think that the ending could have been a little bit better, but I just loved seeing the characters back on the big screen. I love seeing the characters back together after there's been so much talk about it. I miss those characters so much. They're so lovable, and they're back. They're so back, and like I said, it was great to see them together again. Number 6, Unhinged. This movie is simply about road rage. This is a road rage movie, okay? Just don't honk at the wrong guy. You never know how bad of a day they're having and how bad of a day they're going to give to you. So that's what it's essentially about. Unhinged, starring Russell Crowe. That was a pretty crazy movie. Number 5, Borat 2 or Borat subsequent movie film. That film was freaking hilarious. It is funny. It is hysterical. The first one I liked more. This one's definitely more political, has a strong political message, but I still enjoyed the heck out of this film. It was so funny, and sometimes the situations that he puts himself in make you feel uncomfortable, especially how how the people, the subjects in the film aren't even acting. These are real people acting disturbingly stupid. So that part really bothers me. But anyways, it's a great film. Number 4, Tenet. Christopher Nolan's latest film. I think it's his 10th film. And I think it's his weakest film, or one of his weakest films, but I still enjoyed it despite its flaws, and it's got a lot of flaws, nowhere near perfect in any way, shape, or form. But you know what? I have a love-hate relationship for this film. I really didn't like some of the things, the creative decisions he decided, but I love the direction. Like, these are really well-directed scenes, and like that's what keeps on drawing me to this film. I love how well these scenes are directed. The performances, the cinematography combined with the music, like so many of these shots are done perfectly. These scenes were done so perfectly, and that's why I like it. Number 3, The Half of It. It's a high school romantic comedy with a twist. That's all I got to say about this film. I thought it was great. I really loved it. On Netflix. Number 2, Extraction, another Russo brothers production directed by Sam Hargrave, who is the stunt double for Chris Evans himself as Captain America. This one stars Chris Hemsworth, and this is a non-stop action ride. Holy cow. I could not believe how, man, this movie's action is on another level. It is so good. I cannot wait for the sequel. It definitely deserves a sequel. And man, you got a really great creative team involved. You got the Russo brothers, Sam Hargrave, and Chris Hemsworth. And you got fire. Like, this is like cinematic gold. Number 1, Bad Boys, Bad Boys. Bad Boys for Life is my number 1 film of this year. I freaking love this film. I actually think it's the best one in the entire trilogy, okay? Definitely better than Bad Boys 2, better than Bad Boys 1. This is the best one. This film comes full circle. And I just love that they were able to take the best of both worlds, combine the crazy action in Michael Bay's films, but also bring in a lot of heart in this film. It's definitely a more human story. It's got a lot more emotional connection to it, and it just made everything so engaging. You know, Bad Boys 2 was so full of action, but you just felt less engaged with the characters because there was really no emotion in them. It was just all about things blowing up. This one really brings it back. So I really love this one. I think it's the best film of 2020 and definitely the best film in the trilogy. And there you have it. These are my top 10 films of 2020. Hopefully 2021 will be a much better year. So let's just hope for that. And I hope it's a better year in every way, in every single way. And I want to wish you guys a happy new year, happy 2021. And yeah, why don't you give me your top 10 list for this year if you have one at all. As always, if you enjoyed this top 10 list, you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation, and my name is Alex. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.